Yes.
Tell me about the symptoms before your sacroiliac fusion.
Oh, before the fusion, I hurt so bad every day, and I just thought it was just part of getting older and just part of life. And
But that was more than that.
it was more than that.
Yeah. How bad was the pain? 1 to 10?
It was bad. It was like 8 to 9.
8 to 9. And
sometimes 10. I mean, it's like I could not.
what could you and what could you not do?
Well, I was a mechanic, and I've worked years in construction and truck driving, and I wasn't able to
Didn't do any of that.
that.
Now, the surgery was about a year ago. We did investigate your sacroiliac joints. We injected that, and you told us that after each injection, pain got better for a small, short period of time. So we diagnosed you with bilateral sacroiliac fusion, but we did fix only one side. Which side did we fix?
We fixed the left side.
How did we decide which side to fix? You remember that conversation we had?
I think it was the amount of pain.
Yeah, the side that's more painful.
Yeah.
And you remember why we said we are not going to fix both sides? You remember that conversation? What did we say?
Yeah, because a lot of times, if you do one side, it'll toughen up the other side as well.
Yeah, more
and it
more.
makes sense to me, and it
And as
seemed
well,
to work.
Yeah, absolutely. As well, when we fix one side, you can use it more.
Yes,
And that take the stress off the other side. So how is the other side now?
it's good. It's
So
a
we don't
lot
have
better.
a lot better. Even though the side that we did not surgery is better now, because now you can use one side more adequately.
Right.
So we don't even have to go and finish the job or do the other side.
Right.
Excellent. Now, are you back with your daily activity where you need to be, where you think you need to be?
I think so.
Good. Now I'm going to turn around and see what we did. We put 2 screws across the sacroiliac joint here. We put 2 screws because one screw still can rotate around the first screw, but with 2 screws it stops. As well, you had the previous spinal fusion. We know that sacroiliac joint is so-called adjacent segment to the lower lumbar spine, meaning that we know that statistically almost half of the people who have spine problem end up having as well sacroiliac joint problem. It is almost like knowing that if you have knee problem, you have hip problem, because the same kind of forces work on them, and it's not 100%, but it's a high grade that they. But the good news is the sacroiliac joint disease can be fixed even easier, better, faster, day surgery with better prognosis than even the spine, and this just has happened in the last 10 years. Our ability to be able to effectively deal with that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I went home the same day.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's such a relief to be at home and comfortable and stuff. I mean, not that the hospitals are bad, but I'd rather much be at home.
especially with the COVID and so on, you don't want to spend any time in any health facility more than necessary. Right. Now, how long after the surgery did you notice that the pain is getting better?
It was almost immediately, but it was tender for quite a while.
Oh, obviously, we put
and
big
I
squeeze in.
babied it,
Yeah, and you should.
But
So-
it was good. And then I had it right before winter, I think, and so then ice. It was kind of scary, but I didn't hurt myself.
Yeah, so you fell. Okay, but
I slipped a little bit.
well, you didn't do any damage, and we have
Yeah.
other picture as well that the bone is growing. Well, thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for changing my life.
Thank you. I appreciate it.